doing?
Trying to do a spell.
Okay, well, you suck. First of all, you're doing it wrong.
Stop tampering with the spell, Brandon. I'm trying to do it.
I'm just trying to tell you.
Brandon,
man,
shut up, dude.
I'm just saying.
Like, you
bro,
could do better, Brandon. Brandon, don't you fucking dare. Brandon, no. Stop.
Oh shit, my bad.
Brandon, what the fuck? No. Stop, Brandon. Brandon, stop. Brandon, seriously?
Alright. We'll go back.
Give me the fucking shit, bro. God damn it.
Hurry up, send us back.
I got you.
Jesus, man.
Brandon,
my God.
Don't ever do that again.
Then stop doing magic in here. Jesus Christ. Luckily, this is where we need to be. But
yeah, you're fucking lucky enough I didn't fucking blow your brains out. But, ladies and gentlemen, through tough traveling back and
trial and error, sorry.
Stupid ass trying to fuck with shit. But we're here. We're back. Geeks. We're here. And
Geek Fud.
We are actually really, really excited to actually talk about this episode. Brandon, we've been waiting a very long time. A very, very long time. I think that
for this movie,
out of all the movies that have come out, besides Spider-Man, of course, Spider-Man was the most anticipated of the quote-unquote year. This was a really, really big take on what really the possibilities of Marvel could really do.
This is definitely, I think, the most hyped installment in recent.
Very, very hyped. I mean,
recent months. Like, this is what, aside, of course, like you said, aside from Spider-Man, this is the movie that, like, everyone, Marvel fans, superhero fans alike, have all been looking forward to. Is this movie?
I know that you were excited. I know you even said that even like when the first Doctor Strange came out, you're like, and like you were just like, but you were really excited for this one to come out.
I was really excited for this one.
I was really excited for this one because of like throughout like the months and months of speculations, people just kept on coming up with theories and all this other stuff of what possibly could happen in this movie. But you know, a lot of different takes. A lot of things happened that I didn't expect to happen. Yeah. But honestly, throughout it all, I don't think I really disliked any part of it. Did I expect more from it? Yes. I really did. But
that was a lot of that. I think though is to the fault of a lot of rumors that was flying around about different cameos, who's gonna be in this movie. There was just a lot of expectations for it. But yeah, no, I enjoyed every second of it. I really, really, really liked it.
I enjoyed every second of it because it really wasn't in most recent movies it was the appropriate amount of fan service, but it was a really ground to earth Marvel movie that we haven't really gotten in a while because we've just been seeing so much hype up of every single show. A lot of stuff
that we were seeing, it almost seemed like it was gonna be like not a Doctor Strange movie. It would have just been a movie with a bunch of different characters other than Doctor Strange, but
it kept it to Doctor Strange.
It's a very Doctor Strange movie with of course it has Scarlet Witch in it, Wanda, which she plays a pretty big role. We're not going to say what exactly yet, but she plays a big role. But those two together, it was a great movie.
Very, very great movie. But of course, if you read the title and because you're here, ladies and gentlemen, we're going over Doctor Strange.
M-O-M. Doctor Strange, Mom.
I love Mom. Hey, and if you guys are listening to this,
shout out Wanda Maximoff.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
It is Happy Mother's Day, so.
Doctor Strange Mom came out at a perfect time for this. Give your mother a kiss and take her out to go see Doctor Strange.
Don't do that.
What? What do you mean, Brandon?
Just your alternate mother is gonna come try to take you away.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to say.
If you know the reference.
If you know the theme of the movie being, of course, mother.
It really was mom. It was mom.
It was mom themed. That's what I'm saying.
We have Benedict Cumberbatch coming back in a very short amount of time of a few months from the last Spider-Man movie.
Right.
Of course, we see him. He plays a significant part in that movie as well, revolving around the multiverse. And just so you know, seeing some real magic. Throughout the movie, I did notice, I don't know if you had noticed, but there was a lot of new tricks that we haven't even seen in the first Doctor Strange or even in the past movies that, Avengers and Spider-Man, the Doctor Strange has been in. We've seen a lot of
like tricks that he did.
Yeah, like
spells.
Like in the beginning of the movie, of course, we're introduced to a very old Doctor Strange per se, and I really thought it was like our Doctor Strange in a sense when it opens up with America Chavez.
Right.
In this weird battle sequence, right off the bat, just straight action, no pause, no nothing. But it entailed this big creature going after Doctor Strange and a conflict between America Chavez to where we don't even know America Chavez yet.
We don't really know what she's doing. We don't. I mean, if you know comics, you know America Chavez. But as far as this universe, we don't know what she's kind of there for yet.
Exactly, but we kind of get a hint of, oh, this monster's trying to get her power.
Right.
That's Strange, which we later find out is another multiverse variant of a Strange. It says, if this monster can't have it, I need to take your power. But we kind of see already in the beginning that if by taking her power, she will die.
Yeah,
which we really don't see a lot of that portrayed with people. I mean, the only thing that I really could think of taking power away and them dying is maybe like a Captain America sense. Like you take the super serum away and he just turns into like a...
Yeah, turns back into a wimp.
Wimp. But
I'm sure his body would have adapted.
But I haven't seen... I really haven't seen a lot of of characters like that in the MCU where stripping their powers away just fucking kills them, you know?
Yeah. I'm sure it makes sense for her given what her character is.
With that amount of power?
What her power is, yeah, and her being... ultimately finding out, she's a one of one. You know what I mean? So it's like...
That, of course, we see that variant gets fucked up and he fucking dies. Like, right off the bat. And we see a little bit of multiverse time travel in the beginning to the point where it brings us to our Benedict Cumberbatch, or our Doctor Strange. Thinking it's a nightmare. And, he just wakes up like, what the fuck? Gets ready, goes to this wedding. Finds out that it's his ex-lover's wedding, which I know people had wondered what had happened to her because it didn't really seem that at the end of the first Doctor Strange movie, their relationship seemed kind of healed-ish. I thought maybe for a bit
I think just
that it worked out.
I think their friendship was just patched up, but I don't think they were on like a level to where they would be in a relationship with each other.
Which it always kind of stings of seeing that part of like, oh, I did this so you could be safe type shit. Like I didn't want you to get involved. Mature, same old superhero stuff that we've seen in the past already. Right. We've seen a lot of that from Spider-Man, of course. Everyone else not really, but yeah. I do want to say, before we get more into the movie, we actually have the IMDb, the main fucking source of all this stuff. As of right now,
give me this rating.
They are giving it a 7.6 out of 10.
Wow.
For the start of it, which isn't bad. If you remember, like recent times, whenever Spider-Man came out, IMDb gave it like a 9.
Yeah.
Thinking of it, but I think the score would develop like over time. I mean, it's not a bad movie. It's really not. Like it's
really not. I would put it higher. I'd put it definitely higher than 7.6, but
I gave it a.
I'd probably give it like.
I give it a solid 8. Honestly,
I'd give it maybe like an 8.5 type thing.
Solid 8 for that. Throughout the movie, I do want to say that I really don't know how to pronounce her name. Xochitl.
I don't know how to pronounce that either.
I don't know. Let me
just say Miss Gonzalez. Is that her last name, right?
Miss Gomez.
Oh, Gomez.
Young Gomez.
Yeah, just say
Young Gomez.
Young Gomez.
Young Gomez plays an amazing. It's gonna fuck with me if I don't like figure out how to pronounce the name.
I think it's Zoshitl or.
Let me see if I put.
Zoshitl. I'm sorry for butchering the hell out of that name.
Like watch this.
I think it's like Zoshitl or Zoshitl. I don't know.
Miss Gomez.
Miss Gomez is what we're gonna say. Who plays the young America Chavez?
She, of course, the suit is comic accurate. I wouldn't even say it's a suit.
Not even a suit
because like even in the comics, it's the same exact fucking thing.
It's just her look.
Like even if we bring it up right
her
here, it's
jean jacket.
America Chavez comic. The star, of course, is very comic accurate. I guess you can kind of see that she's a little bit buffer in the comics, I want to say, unless you think it's kind of
it's a comic. They made everyone jacked in the comics.
Yeah, they make everyone jacked. So like she even has that little. Of course, maybe they could have touched it up a bit, made it a little bit better. But I didn't even realize that she was wearing shorts in the comics. Like, I guess, like, fuck. I thought that she was always wearing jeans. My good misconception. Talk about the what effect is it? The
Mandela effect.
The Mandela effect. Fuck, I guess I was wrong.
Got him.
My comic accuracy is just not all there.
It's wrong.
But look, I even have a picture right here.
It's pretty accurate.
I kind of see it. Oh look, I didn't even. Dude, see, I'm missing. I guess I'm not. I wasn't paying attention that well in the movie. But look, the flags.
It does have the stripes.
So yeah.
I know y'all can't see,
but
just looking
you know,
at the costume.
We really didn't. I mean, we got like somewhat of an origin for her, ish. But like we really never really saw like
got a little hint at her origin.
The real reason of why she has this power. She just has these powers.
She was born with the power to travel the goddamn.
But I guess like it was a good introduction with not giving that too much, taking away that it is a Doctor Strange movie.
Right.
When do you think we actually see another like America Chavez like appearance? Because like I mean I haven't really heard anything. I know there was concept art in the Spider-Man movie.
She was supposed to be there.
She was supposed to be in there, but also, I mean I can't really think of what else would she be put in. I know that I think there's like a young like woman team, right?
If she, given that she's a young character now, I think she could be potentially in if they do like a Young Avengers type thing. She could definitely.
Oh yeah, look, Young Avengers.
Yeah, she could definitely step into that. She's the leader of it, right?
Seems like it.
I think she's one. I think she's one of them.
Kate Bishop, another Hulk right here. These look like Wanda's children.
Those do look like Wanda's children.
And then I don't know who that dude is, but I mean.
Oh, yeah, so she could appear in the next. If they do a Young Avengers, I have no doubt. Pretty soon they're gonna be planning like. Whatever that next team up is going to be, someone's going to bring together all the youngins that are, Kate Bishop, her, who else is a young character that just, Spider-Man, if they figure, I mean, I guess he's...
If anything, Spider-Man could honestly be the leader of this Young Avengers team, or anything, like, maybe just the next Avengers, but I wouldn't even put Spider-Man Young Avengers. I can see, like, we're even seeing a comic strip right now of them, like, teaming up. So, I mean, I guess you can really put her anywhere as long as it just fits the portrayal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, like, I think our most bet is a Young Avengers type series. I wouldn't even want to put it in, like, in a movie type thing. I think that would be a little overdue.
Yeah, I guess I don't want to get there. It's weird putting her in a Doctor Strange movie because it kind of seems like now they're setting up the relationship between her and Doctor Strange.
Well, we'll see. We will definitely see how that rolls. Elizabeth Olsen,
of course,
outstanding performance, I believe. I actually had a conversation with Josh, my roommate, or ex-roommate, but we'll get to why that's the ex-roommate later. No beef. We love Josh.
No beef. Yeah. We literally just had him on.
We literally just had him on like 2 episodes ago.
Last night. Yeah.
But he was actually complaining to me about how he wasn't really that hyped for Elizabeth Olsen's Scarlet Witch because he says that he believed that she was doing a very poor portrayal of the character compared to comic accurates. But also at the same time, he even told me that like at some points he was like, I gotta like. There are points in our lives when watching these Marvel movies that we have to let go of the comic accuracy.
Yes.
And just let the directors do it at one point.
Yeah.
But at the same time, don't go way too off track to where you're just completely like fuck over your audience.
Yeah, you don't want to change up the character completely because obviously that's not the character that was originally intended, but
and of course they
change them up a
they
little bit.
Definitely had their own take. Of course, we couldn't really be the mutant aspect of it because we didn't really have all of the X-Men mutants installed into the universe quite yet. But yeah. I mean, you know, we do now just because of Disney buying out Fox in 21st what century?
21st century.
Yeah, but I mean, we haven't seen an actual installment in our main MCU universe yet of mutants. Right. But after this, we really feel like it's coming very, very soon. We just don't know exactly when
or how. Yeah.
Or how, but you know, they'll figure out sliding a way in somehow. But just because I brought that up of comic accurate portrayals, I feel like this movie really brought out the real, not Wanda Maximoff, but the real Scarlet Witch,
right.
In which we know that she is bad in the comics, and then turn anti, I would say. But first she's bad, good, then bad.
Then just
so people, we're just gonna start kind of like spoiling it already.
Yeah.
We're gonna put
Spoiler
it.
alert, by the
Spoiler
way.
alert, by
Spoiler
the
alert,
way.
by the way.
Please watch the movie before you see this. We do not want to get any hate for spoiling anything, but the main villain of the movie is Wanda.
Is Wanda, yeah.
Which was a huge shock to me, honestly, because I thought maybe she would have just become like corrupt at one point, and then she turns good, but that was not the case at all. Right off the bat, they give us that. And it kind of makes sense now since people watched WandaVision. It plays a pretty big part into what this movie is about as well. Honestly, it should have been called like Doctor Strange WandaVision.
Doctor Strange Wanda.
Doctor Strange Wanda or something. Doctor Strange Mom.
That's what it was.
That's basically what it was.
Mom.
It's basically just
Mama Wanda.
Wanda just still coping with the fact of everything that happened at Westview.
No kids.
And we kind of believe that maybe she finally like got over it. It kind of threw me off there because it seemed like that's what it was at the end of the series. But of course, in the post-credit series, if people remember it from WandaVision, it's her out in this abandoned like house, and it zooms in her practicing her spells, which I guess I just didn't get a hang of. But that book that she was doing on is the Dark Oath.
The Dark Oath. Cannot say that.
The Dark Oath.
The Dark Oath
is the book she's practicing on. And at first, I didn't think it seemed scary. At first, I thought like, oh, maybe Wanda's just gonna do something with like some magic, or whatever. But I mean, now it kind of connects to where that she was dark magic this whole time.
Yeah.
Feel really bad for the way that she got corrupted throughout the whole movie, because I mean, like even at some points throughout it, they even say that it really wasn't her, that the power of the Dark Oath is like so powerful that it really just takes control of the mind of someone.
Whoever's practicing it. Yeah.
So it makes it seem that like, oh, this is really her, but it's not really her. But outstanding performance. I loved it. I love how it really brought true to the character. Who else did we?
I like that darkness of Wanda though. I liked that she was kind of corrupt like that. But
Benedict Wong again.
Shout out.
I get super excited every time that
shout out to my Sorcerer Supreme
that I get out there. I do want to say that Brandon had a speculation saying that Wong was gonna die.
I could have sworn.
Wong did not die.
So rest easy if you also thought
rest easy.
That was a slight theory.
As you guys know from Spider-Man, Wong is actually the Sorcerer Supreme by default. But since he is still alive, our Doctor Strange is not Sorcerer Supreme by the end of the movie, which kind of sucks because I really thought they were gonna take by the like portrayal that maybe, well, it sucks, but at the same time it makes sense because throughout the duration of what Doctor Strange does throughout the movie, he does bend the rules a bit to where like, okay, he's just not worthy of the title because he's still fucking around. Maybe like one day he'll finally learn to like be powerful enough not to break the rules to where he earns the title back.
Right.
But man, I really thought like we could have gotten him like that, but it do be like that sometimes.
What it is, yeah. That's what happens when you blip out for 5 years.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
You lose it.
But again, bringing back to the Magic Park, which I had actually noticed after the first part of like the wedding, like whenever he gets there and everyone like I really liked how his ex girl. The man that she was marrying was a big fan of Doctor Strange. Like imagine, I think whenever I heard that, there's so many things in like life that you can kind of relate that to. Like do you remember? I'm gonna relate it to a song. Shout out music, by the way. You ever heard Mr. Right Now?
I think
the 21 Savage song with Drake. So in the song, Drake says that that the girl that he's fucking with says that the man that she hooks up with keeps on bumping a whole bunch of Drake songs. And it just happens.
That's exactly how it is. Yeah.
It's basically just how it is right there.
Really how it is.
Super fucking hilarious. I thought that, and then of course, him going out and finding the big, say like, we don't even know it's an octopus yet until he actually gets down there.
It's Gargantos. Gargantos.
Is that actually the name? How do you know that? Did he say it?
It's a thing, yeah.
Gargantuous?
Gargantuous or Gargantos, some shit like that.
What the fuck? How do you know that?
You need to get up on your fucking comics, guy. Come on now.
Brandon the comic guy, right? But the fact that he like just jumps off, like he has the cape like ready, like on point.
When he jumps off the cliff, I think that got released before, like.
It was like a little clip, right?
Yeah, just that clip of him going off the balcony. So you've probably seen it.
But like, I'm still like a.
And he suits up. That
cool,
shit's like cool.
Hey, he has a better he has a faster changing time than Superman.
He can do
like real quick,
instantaneous.
Well, who has a faster change time? Have you ever thought about that? So there's Superman, there's Doctor Strange now. Would you count Thor every time he hits this lightning?
Thor just got to be the fastest.
Are you sure?
Because he actually just doosh, and then yeah. Okay, so Thor wins.
Thor,
Doctor Strange,
Doctor Strange, and then Superman, which is pretty fucking nuts. Some fast like millisecond time.
You'd think Superman would be the fastest, but
he's
actually slow as hell.
Fuck. What about the Flash?
Slow as hell.
Oh, slow as hell.
But you know who is fast? Sonic.
Cut the bullshit.
Anyways, we're
gonna keep on going by. Of course, whenever Doctor Strange finally sees the say the name again, the
Gargantos.
The Gargantos. He's finally introduced to America Chavez, and he like you can kind of see at first glance he recognizes her.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, this girl has been here somewhere, and he's like, do I know you? And then she keeps on getting fucked over by this fucking big ass Gargantuous.
Gargantos. It's something like that. It's one of those.
Anyways, big battle throughout like the whole. That's actually the first time where like we see in comics. And this is what I was thinking. We see in comics that like there's little side. I'm gonna say side missions to where they actually like fight like. I guess you can kind of count this as like. Not like big characters, but characters that are like have different sorts of powers rather than fighting like actual like normal ass people.
Yeah. Like
on the side. Like this is the first time we actually seen it in an actual movie where they do a little side mission. First.
Yeah.
But then of course it just takes on towards the movie. It is mentioned that America Chavez doesn't know how to control her powers, but at points she does use her powers throughout the whole time.
She uses it. She just doesn't know
like how
to force it. I guess.
I think she says at one point that like she's afraid, or like whenever she's afraid, she's able to like it really like the powers come out or whatever.
Yeah.
It's kind of stupid.
It's only whenever she's afraid, that I guess her emotions let the power out or whatever. But classic young hero who can't control their powers.
But I really liked the scene where he finally like the new magic that I was talking about. We see like a whole bunch of like. Did you notice the big like fist that came out and all that? And then he
used the hands.
He did another trick. I just don't remember what it was throughout there.
I know at certain points throughout the movie he would like he did in the comics, like he did in the What If, he would conjure like monsters or like little animals.
Oh yeah,
which he never did that in previous. I think he let out snakes at one point.
Again, he's evolved over the years, like especially like throughout that timeline of whenever the first Doctor Strange movie came out. That was, I want to say, the Doctor Strange was 5 years after the Avengers battle. I think either 2 years after the Avengers battle. And then, of course, from that time until he's brought back into Infinity War, of course, he's learned a lot. And then from that time until now, definitely he's learned a shit ton. So, why? I fucking wish he becomes Sorcerer Supreme sometime soon.
He really should have been, honestly. They should have said, nah, I don't know. It's really just because Wong was alive, but otherwise...
But I'm so cool with it. I do want to say the sling rings... never gets old. I really love the teleportation and the camera switch of it. How do you think they do that? To where like it just like it's probably. Do you think all the background of it is CGI? Because I know that if you see some of the production cameras, they actually do it on the streets of New York sometimes.
Yeah.
So like, how do you think?
You're talking about when they go through the portal?
Yeah, like how do you think they do it? Because I don't think that's CGI. I think that's the actual.
I think they CGI the background. But like, I think what I've seen them do is like they have like a hoop, they have like a ring that's like a CGI ring, and then they walk through that ring, and then it puts them into whatever they need. I don't know. I think that's what I saw.
Well, the way they do it, it makes it look really, really real.
It does.
I'm
they're literally just stepping through.
100% sure that maybe it is not CGI. They just do it some way. Marvel has the money to do whatever the fuck they want.
You think there's real magic going on, is what you just told me. Fair enough. As you saw by
the beginning of the video. Check out the beginning of the video.
Magic is real.
Magic is definitely real.
Magic is real.
I guess we kind of see that like there is a little bit of a trust issue, thinking that America Chavez believes that every single Doctor Strange is the same, and we kind of see throughout the movie that, in a sense, every Doctor Strange is kind of the same.
Kind of the same, because they're all Doctor Strange.
So I guess they would all like think alike. But I mean, in the end, I guess our Strange is the. I guess I want to say the chosen one.
I want to say he's the most ideal.
The one that doesn't fuck up, I guess, which is kind of just weird. Like, god dang, like Strangers in the other universe, especially as we see in What If, is kind of crazy.
They all just fuck up everything.
I do want to say that the Strange that we do see in the evil Strange that we see in the trailers and that we get in the movie is actually not the Strange from What If. Everyone had thought it was. It really wasn't.
He is not.
Which I was kind of disappointed because I really feel like I would have. Imagine if we would have seen like a little cameo of that Strange, him meeting it, because it kind of looked like the corrupt world that Strange really fucked up with, or that What If Strange, right?
Yeah.
But imagine if we had gotten that Strange meet our Strange, and then like maybe in the background a little Easter egg of the ball that captures
the What If
Killmonger and Killmonger and what was his name? The Captain America This is Zemo? No, not Zemo. That's fucking
Captain Zemo.
No.
Zemotron, Ultrimo.
I think you're making up names, I think. But you know what the ball I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
If you've seen the What If series, you know what ball I'm talking about. That would have been a cool little cameo, but it was just a random other Strange that fucked up the world and lost.
Basically, did the same thing as
lost Christine. Yeah. Everything has to do with Christine at some point. Like honestly, like Strange has such a fucked up mind about just trying to get the girl that he wants, but of course,
never works.
Never fucking works out.
He will never be with Christine. He will never do it.
It's sad at the same time, but get over it, chump.
It's literally like honestly the What If episode. He tried that whole episode to get with Christine. It's just one of the things that wasn't meant to happen. So really,
we do get a lot of America Chavez jumping points from the multiverse, and that's whenever, of course, we're introduced to Wanda finally being brought into the movie. I like how she has the dreams of her sons, like right whenever we see it, but then also, like we think that
was tough. That was tough. Because you just see it's the scene. She's with her kids and she's spending time with them, and then she's like tucking them in, and all of a sudden she wakes up and it's like that was a dream, but it's oh my god, that was so sad. That was tough. She wakes up and she's alone in her bed because that was a dream. She was just dreaming about her kids, basically.
Was that the place? I know there was a lot of trees there, but was that the place that she was at the end of WandaVision, or was that a different place?
I think that was it.
That was the same place. So she just kept on expanding, or
faking it,
or faking the expansion as we seen, because
as we saw, yeah.
Of course, she says like oh, what do you think? Strange says, what do you think of the multiverse? And of course, she brings up Vision. I really thought Vision was going to make an appearance in the movie that would save her.
I did not think that was going to happen.
I really thought at one point I thought that like the white Vision that we got at the end of WandaVision would show up at one point and maybe just kind of like talk to her. I would have thought maybe like that would have been like the cure of it. Again, like, spoiler alert: shit goes down at the end of the movie. But like I thought that's what it would have brought, you know, Wanda back from being evil.
Yeah.
But of course we didn't see him, which brings up the question: when the hell are we gonna see Vision again?
Never.
Who
cares?
What?
Who cares?
You really don't care about what happened to Vision?
We don't need to see Vision anymore. Nah, he's already in the past. In my personal opinion, he's done. Vision's
I fucking hate you. I'm gonna strangle Brandon after this.
We don't need Vision anymore. We don't. But what is he gonna do?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Look at how far the universe has progressed without him.
I mean,
Look at how many characters we have. We don't need Vision.
I know, but you can't just take a fucking character out like that and not bring him back in.
They do it all the time.
I guess. All right, we'll just see how that goes. Anyways, Vision's still out there. Hashtag free my boy Vision. Bring Vision back.
Care.
Hashtag bring him back.
Hashtag don't care.
But then they're also talking about the multiverse and saying like, hey, we have this girl. She doesn't know how to control her powers. Do you think you can come to
come talk to her?
Come talk to her and be like that. Was like, or you can bring America here and all this stuff. And
yeah, that's what Strange stopped him.
He's like, you didn't tell me her name.
Did you?
He's like, nope. And then she's like, well, and she does this whole like little wave trick to where everything around her is fucked. Like, I'm literally. Like, what? I'm like, okay, this kind of confused me for a bit because we had seen it a bit in the trailer, like her do that.
We saw her in
that realm.
Yeah. But
I didn't really think that it was. I didn't think she was evil again. Like, bro, like it really like threw me off to the point like okay, the rumors of her becoming evil like were so real to me, to the point where I thought a big time rumor was gonna happen because I kept on seeing it all over social media, saying that Wanda turning evil. There's gonna be a battle where Sam Raimi's Spider-Man would come in and quote unquote die heroically, ending Tobey Maguire's career as Spider-Man. But, ladies and gentlemen, I am so happy that it did not happen.
It didn't happen.
So, Brandon, Spider-Man 4?
It's not happening.
Spider-Man 4. Sam Raimi himself said it's a possibility.
It's a possibility.
After Doctor Strange Mom, he really said that Spider-Man 4 could be a possibility. It's not. Brandon, if Spider-Man 4 is a possibility, then Amazing Spider-Man 3
That's all I care about. I'd rather have that than Spider-Man 4.
We're gonna get both.
I don't give a fuck about Tobey's. I just want... Just give me Amazing Spider-Man 3. That's all I want.
Whose picture do we have behind us? Yeah, shut the fuck up. Anyways, that's...
Fair enough.
But,
I'll let you
I haven't even really mentioned about Sam Raimi as well. Throughout the whole duration of the film...
You could tell it's a Sam Raimi.
It's a Sam Raimi movie. There's even, like, If you guys are like really remember watching this movie and watching the old Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, I told Brandon after the movie that there were like there was a lot of like cuts to where it went black and then it went to another scene. Mm-hmm. That was, of course, Sam Raimi is known for like doing the good cutouts and then bringing it back and all that stuff. Hence, like previous Spider-Man movies as well. Sam Raimi has done a couple of horror films in his past too, but honestly, I don't think I've actually ever seen any of them.
I don't think I have.
Let me see. Horror movies. The Evil Dead I've seen, and of course he has brought back.
Never seen them.
What's his face again? Bruce Campbell. He was in every single Spider-Man movie and was supposed to be our first Mysterio. Yeah. But we never got him. But he appeared in the movie.
Makes an appearance in this movie
as a hot dog stand guy.
That's funny.
Very funny concept. The Strange does a little trick in there where like he just makes him punch himself over and over again, and that plays a semi little part towards the end of the movie. Which, Brandon, how do you feel about that part?
Pissed me off.
I'm just gonna go to the
so bad.
You want me to go to the end credit scene already?
Well, yeah,
because it really doesn't really matter. The very very last end credit scene of the movie, guys,
is after all the credits. And it's not the mid credit.
Brandon had to go use the restroom.
I had to pee so bad. Because I have, a couple days ago, I got my wisdom teeth out, right?
Oh, yeah. Give it up for Brandon. He's a fucking champ. He got his wisdom teeth removed out the morning of, and we went to go see Doctor Strange.
We went to go see it.
Let me just tell you, the funniest thing of walking into that theater, and I'm looking for Brandon, and he's the only dude holding a cold water to his cheeks because he's in pain. Listen. But he knew for a fact that you were not going to miss this movie.
I couldn't miss a movie. Yeah, I already had tickets and everything. Anyways... So I had just been drinking fluids for the past couple days. So I had to go to the restroom so bad. And the post-credit scene, just tell them what the fucking scene was.
The fucking scene was him keep on punching himself over and over again. And then he's like...
And then he stops.
And then he says, it's over. And then the movie just ends. Which is basically just how they fucking did it with Spider-Man Homecoming. Another useless scene, but again, I think that scene was funnier with having Chris Evans. This one was literally...
This one served no purpose. Literally, I've never... Oh my god.
But hey, Sam Raimi, if you wanted to put it in there, fuck it. Like, kudos to you. It was still a great movie.
Damn, he did Don't Breathe.
He did Don't Breathe. That's a good one. He also they made a Don't Breathe 2, right?
I don't know if he directed.
He did Oz the Great and Powerful, which I guess makes sense of why James Franco was the main fucking character of that movie. God damn. All these other movies I haven't really seen. Oh, he did The Jungle Book, the live action one.
Really?
Yeah. Don't Breathe 2, of course. There we go. Crime Wave. That's a very, very old one. I doubt you've seen that one.
He's got a lot of movies.
He's done The Flintstones?
No,
or he's been in The Flintstones?
Who cares?
I'm actually curious about this.
No, you don't.
Yes, I am. Watch this. Sam Raimi plays an actual character in the movie. Never mind. I don't want to... Never mind. But, great director. Of course, his main ones being Spider-Man, because even before everyone said that like the Dark Knight of like those were like really more grounded movies. Before then, Sam Raimi made these Spider-Man movies to the point where they actually had meaning in personal lives,
right.
And just to make a real good connection between the audience rather than just making any MCU movie in a sense. Of course, he couldn't really do that with Doctor Strange. But he really brought out the real theatric of Doctor Strange and the magic and the cinematography of it, which I really, really liked of it. Hopefully, we get to see Sam Raimi direct some other sort of MCU movie.
He should come back. He should come back and direct.
Maybe,
I think Tom Holland's new trilogy.
Even before Doctor Strange actually was supposed to come out, it was supposed to be our first horror movie, which we.
You kind of get. It's also still PG-13. It's not right. I think they said they wanted it to be rated R. They didn't stick with that though. But
we get gruesome scenes, which we see.
It's literally right on the border of rated R.
Like, yeah, like in a particular scene actually, but
very particular scene.
But
it's still kind of scary. Not.
I think there was one.
There was one you jumped.
I said, "Oh shit!" And like I fucking said it in the theater.
You could tell it could, like, if they really wanted it to, they could have made that a horror movie because there were some scary elements.
I might have been the only one that jumped up in that part.
You were. I didn't hear anyone else jump except you.
I didn't jump. I was just like, shit. Like, I literally...
God damn it.
But the gruesomeness that Sam Raimi brings into it is definitely there. What else? I really wish that we need to start getting into an audience where it's really more hyped up than what it was. Because I think there was a lot of scenes that I got hyped for that a lot of people really didn't get hyped for.
Yeah, I didn't. Honestly, our theater was a little dead.
A little dead, but they only got hyped for like the main cameos of it, I guess.
But even then, it wasn't like wooting and hollering that you usually that we heard in like
other,
that we heard in like No Way Home and
Infinity War, all that. What part was I at already? I think we had just gotten into.
We just got to the Bruce Campbell
part. No, there was something before that. Whenever you found out that Wanda was evil, of course, Strange left and told everyone that hey, we have to go and take her to. Well, Strange fumbled back and said they were going to. What is it? Kamartash, and they have America over there, and they're saying like, okay, Wanda's gonna be coming.
So post up
already.
Everybody post up.
We see a dark cloud. Wanda comes. She's Scarlet Witched out, and at what point does she start getting the black fingers? Like, does she already have that?
She got it in WandaVision.
She She start getting the black fingers already, and we kind of see it's getting just worse from doing all that dark magic.
Yeah.
Of course, they have like a Doctor Strange and Wanda have like a little front, but Doctor Strange is like, "Come on, dude! Like, this isn't you." But you know what? I'm like, you like I like how you said like if you go past these grounds, we're just gonna like fuck shit up or whatever. They didn't fuck shit up. Wanda fucked shit up.
Yeah, Wanda.
I really liked how she was trying to find like a weak link to finally like get over there. I know cool. The last time we really saw her do that type of like magic was in Age of Ultron, where like she manipulated like Tony for a bit. But like see that like her like popping out of like.
That's like the scary element.
Dude, that's the Scarlet Witch element right there, which I really really like. Of course, after like she broke down, I'm like, I get that like the Scarlet Witch is supposed to be super super powerful, and I get like that's from the comics.
Shit,
but like I did not believe that she was gonna be this powerful in the movie where she took out all those like sorcerers. You know.
She did though, and she was tanking all their shots. They were shooting everything at her, and she was literally just.
She was like, "Okay, whatever, fucking shit up." I like the scene where like if Strange was like, "If you want to get to her, you got to get through me," and he puts her in the. Like I thought it was it not the mirror dimension? Did he put her in the mirror dimension, or was it like a little?
Might have been a different version of.
It where she's trapped, and of course like all these things are like poking her, and then she finds a way to just. Manipulate mirroring to find like through reflections of things and that
was crazy.
She keeps on pulling all these people and okay, here's a stupid part which I think it was really stupid lacking of America Chavez. They're covering up all like the water puddles, right? She covers one water puddle and she takes a moment to look
through another one.
I'm like, dude, did you not just hear what they fucking said?
It was a small puddle, so maybe that's why.
Bruh.
It was like a small puddle.
Even at that.
Yeah, but I would have been like, should I even cover this one up?
I wouldn't have. Dude, who are you going to listen to? You're going to listen to yourself or you're going to listen to Doctor Strange?
Listen, man. She was coming out of giant puddles of water, and then there was like one little one. I wouldn't have suspected that one.
You're stupid.
But that's just me.
I thought that was a stupid scene already. I think it was a little off. I think some of the main parts that I was kind of like thrown off of like the cinematography was the zoom ins on some of people. Like, did you notice how like it just kept on going back and forth way too many times?
That's what Sam Raimi does though.
No, Sam Raimi.
He loves to zoom in on some faces. He loves to do that shit.
Shout out the Spider-Man movies. He definitely does that in the movies. No. Can we put that little edit in there?
I'll try. We'll see if it makes its way into the video.
But the main reflection that I really liked was her coming out of that bell and her like cracking like the bones.
Oh, the gong.
Dude, that was scary as fuck.
That was pretty scary.
Like oh my god, she like you can tell
like contorted.
You can tell that it was a good CGI too. Like the way that like she had like the line through her face and then kind of just stitched back up.
Yeah, she was all cut and everything.
And then like how you mentioned right whenever they're about to do like their big battle, Strange uses another trick where he has like, what were they like snakes they were, like, or little dragons?
Flying snake dragon things.
And
he shoots them out at.
That was a pretty neat trick. Yeah, again, like we saw that in the What If series.
He had all kinds of animals in the What If series.
No, that was crazy. He turned into an animal.
Turned into one, yeah.
And then of course Wanda has the overpower of separating them and whatnot, and fucking throws Wong and knocks him out, and
that's where I thought he was.
And
dead.
she's starting to take America's power to the point where, again, another sense of where she gets afraid, where she teleports out in multiverses, and this is whenever we really see Strange and America travel through a whole bunch of stuff. And actually, how closely did you pay attention to the multiverses that they traveled to?
Fairly closely. I mean, they were moving so fast through them. It was kind of hard to tell.
I know
but you could see what.
I know for
were.
A fact at one point I saw the Noir. I said I don't know if you noticed that. I saw the Noir in there.
I thought it, and then you said it, but I didn't hear what you said, so I was like.
There was a paint universe. They actually do mention
universe.
that.
There was a 2D universe.
There was. I guess I didn't notice that.
You didn't see that?
Mm-mm.
When it got like all cartoony. That was like a 2D universe. It was drawing.
Oh, I think I kind of remember that, but like again, a lot.
It was like for a second.
I want to say also that I saw 2099 for like a glimpse.
Like
that
the universe or him?
No, the universe. I definitely throughout this whole time I definitely did not see anyone that would come into the MCU. I just saw like different universes and the possibilities of what might come.
There was definitely like a really high tech futuristic one. So.
And again, I can't put a lot of them to the head, but if you guys did catch it, and please let us know what we missed.
I'm sure it'll come out. The paint world was pretty funny.
I know they that's the one that they really mentioned, and they said that like, oh, it's pretty hard to move there, which would be pretty funny. Imagine if we were paint Brandon, messy all over the place,
yeah,
bro. We get blobs. Paint all over the fucking camera,
all over this,
and then
we
didn't have to
paint.
We just be
colors
gooey all over.
Nah, I can't. No.
I know whenever they finally landed to another universe, in that universe, red means go and green means stop.
That was pretty funny.
That
was good. That was good comedy. Yeah.
She also America Chavez also mentions that in most universes food is free, Imagine living in a food world, like a food-free world. Bro, Brandon, we could have fucking stacks, bro. We never have to worry about anything for life.
You literally wouldn't.
Imagine if people were actually nice in this world.
Sucks.
Sucks to suck. Sucks to live here.
Unfortunately not.
But in that case,
Government.
pizza balls.
The pizza balls were kind of.
The pizza balls real in like real life. Because
I hope they'll become popular now because I'm really tempted to try one.
Because when I saw that, I was like, I low-key want
I got
that.
a craving. Yeah, I was like,
I literally just had a soft pretzel too.
Yeah.
And I was wanting a pizza ball.
like,
So you know what that reminds me of? You ever watch Eric Andre?
Yeah.
There's an episode where somebody ordered a pizza ball. And he's like, somebody ordered this pizza ball and I'm not gonna eat. I'm not paying for it. It's this big ass fucking pizza ball. Shout out Eric Andre. I'm pretty sure he.
I love Eric.
Imagine
Andre.
if Sam Raimi's an Eric Andre fan. He's like, I'm adding pizza balls to the movie.
That could have been it.
And then
Maybe
Eric
that's what
Andre
he was
goes to the
watching.
movies. He's like, fuck yeah.
They were mini pizza balls though, but they still look really good.
So I still want to try it. That would be so super greasy on the fingers, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like it would have.
Here at Let's Talk Geek, we like to talk about food too. So give us your food ingredients.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a food episode one day.
Unlikely.
Psych. Psych.
But of course, Campbell actually came out and was like, "You're just eating my fucking pizza balls," and what the fuck. I thought the pizza balls were for a moment. I thought the pizza balls were gonna be a cameo to Joe's Pizzeria.
Okay.
From Spider-Man 2. I thought it was going to be that, but I guess we didn't get that. I know we got it in... There's a commercial for Tide where Joe's Pizzeria is in there. So maybe it exists somewhere in the MCU universe. Shout out Joe. Mama! Joe. Got him. God.
Get this child off of this podcast.
Sorry.
No.
And then we kind of travel around to where this guy is actually saying... The Campbell guy. I don't know what character he actually played on... Just a pizza dude.
He was literally just a guy.
He says like, "Where'd you get that cape from? You know, you're just copying?"
Is that a real cape?
Is that a real cape? You look like the Strange Museum. He's like the Strange Museum. We kind of see like, I guess we're in a universe where Doctor Strange was overly like hyped up and this over-renowned hero. We even get to a point where we see a comic accurate statue of Doctor Strange, which I love because I started to flip because we finally got a Doctor Strange with the. What would you call it? The big collar?
Yeah, that.
I really liked it, and he even had the actual like the suit design of it. But and then in the carving, he says that Thanos gave his life Doctor Strange gave his life sacrificing to defeat Thanos. Like, damn, was this Doctor Strange really that strong?
And then it said like Earth's mightiest hero, like
hero, not even heroes, just hero.
So everything was on Doctor Strange.
That's crazy. And then, of course, they're at the... what's that house called again? Doctor Strange's house? The Sanctum...
The Sanctum Sanctorum.
Sanctum Sanctorum. And as we see the door open, we hear a familiar voice. All behold...
Lo and behold.
The one and only Mordo. Last we saw Mordo was in the first Doctor Strange. And before the way the movie was supposed to plan out, Mordo was actually supposed to be the main villain of this movie. Or we had portrayed, but also we had heard different rumors that the multiverse wasn't even supposed to be involved in this movie at first.
No, it doesn't.
It was supposed to be a known villain called Nightmare, and that's where the horror aspect was really supposed to come. Where it was supposed to be really a big time horror movie, but again, it didn't really happen. But how do you pronounce that name, Brandon? You want to give that a shot?
Showeddle. Ejiofor,
Baron Mordo, and nonetheless, and we see it, and he comes in, and throughout the trailer, I really thought it was just Mordo coming in. I didn't think it was another multiverse Mordo, but I thought it was gonna be our main Mordo. He just grew dreads, but it wasn't. It was
multiverse variant.
Sorcerer Supreme Mordo actually, and he was.
Was he?
Yeah, because Doctor Strange died and he became the Sorcerer Supreme. So he was like, "How would I act between like you and all that stuff?" And he's like, "Oh, my brother." And he's like,
It's pretty random.
What did Strange say?
That's when he said,
"Go on red."
Yeah. So that's where it ties in. That was cool.
That was a good one. I really liked how like they were communicating and like it was at a sense to where like, oh, Mordo and Strange really had a good bond in their universe, but then, you know, shit went down between them. And he's explaining to why, oh, we're multiverse jumping. And, of course, Mordo kind of really speculates, like, oh, who you are, you're from a different universe. He's not really tripped out about it or whatever. But at the same time, he drugs them. And he's like, I'm only thinking of how you would think.
Yeah.
And, of course, they pass out and they end up in these cages. And all behold comes in Mordo again, and we see another version of Christine. And of course we see what was it? We actually hear that Christine says, "You're from the universe 616." So, ladies and gentlemen, I know that we in Spider-Man Far From Home, Mysterio says, "Oh, you're 616," but at first he's saying it as a joke.
Yeah.
Now it's officially canon that it's
616.
616. And we bring in Mordo saying the Illuminati will finally see you now.
We finally see the Illuminati.
It kind of sucks that the Illuminati is in that universe, because what universe is it? They're 8-3...
It was like 539.
539 or something like that. I really hope maybe later on down the road, do you think they'll get an Illuminati in our main universe? Or do you think it was just used for that? If we get those
characters, I don't know if we'll get to the point. Well, because if you think about why they established that Illuminati, like, that was basically, like, their Avengers. But, like, the last chance Avengers, I guess.
Such a crazy lineup,
like,
right?
the High Council Avengers, basically. I don't think we'll ever get there. I think in in the main MCU universe, I don't think they'll get an Illuminati. I think we'll get those characters.
Crazy lineup.
Or at least like 3 of those characters, but I don't think... Yeah, crazy lineup. Anyways, are you ready to talk about it?
I'm ready to talk about it.
Let's go in order.
Let's go to the Illuminati. So
Mordo's first.
Mordo's first is a part of it. We're brought into Black... Well, no. First we throw the shield, and it's Peggy Carter. Which, for all y'all know, is Captain Britain. That's my wife, low-key.
Yes.
I'm glad that she got to make an appearance.
I'm so glad
you can kind of tell that she had a little bit of a muscle tone on her. I'm pretty sure it was just the costume, though, right?
Yeah, and definitely CGI. Because, like, you can kind of see a little bit in her face. Like, obviously she's a little older now. You can see she's a little aged, but still look good. Still looked like a wife. But
we are brought back a very special character. Well, kind of special character. For those who actually watched the shit show of the Inhumans, we got the main actor for Black Bolt back, Anson Mount, but this time in the comic accurate costume of Black Bolt. For those who don't know who Black Bolt is, he has the ability, if he were to even fucking whisper, he could basically like destroy like anything, and it's a whole big just like...
Yeah, he's going to those abilities.
He does sign language to the point where...
Like a Black Canary.
Yeah, and in the comics and in the show, he has a wife to where she can read his mind to where they can communicate to each other, because that's the only reason that they need to really communicate, which is pretty cool. But he's back. Again, I think I was kind of like, oh, like that's cool. Yeah. But Brandon, I don't even think you knew, did you?
No, I didn't.
Yes.
I knew that character. I knew who he was. I just didn't know, like, he played him before or whatever. But I knew that was Black Bolt. I just didn't.
We're introduced to Captain Marvel. But this time it was Captain Marvel's pilot partner that ends up becoming, I guess, getting the powers. And then, of course, it's just her in a very, very old age. Don't know what happened to the what's the... Carol, what's her name?
Carol Danvers.
Carol Danvers of that universe. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay.
Now we get to the last two.
Now we're getting to the last two. Okay,
the two best ones.
I've been waiting for this fan cast for a really, really long time.
This fan cast has been out in the works
for a fan cast. We've never gotten a fan cast ever like this, and to the point where this actually happens is crazy. I have actually, oh my god, I screamed when this happened, because I just felt like it was just, I don't know if it was perfect for the role, but it really is now, just for the point of
thinking about it.
But ladies and gentlemen, the way that, because we, even like before this, we get a hint that someone says, something about the Baxter building.
Christine said it. She said, I volunteered with the Baxter Foundation.
And we're like, Baxter Foundation. So in this universe, like, some sort of Fantastic Four hint here and there.
Existed, yeah.
But then Mordo says, introducing the smartest man in the world. Reed Richards appears. But, ladies and gentlemen, it's the amazing John Krasinski. Oh my god! Like, what the fuck?
Jim Halpert himself.
Seeing him, I was like, no.
I didn't think it was real. Because, oh my god, there's so many edits of it on, on Instagram of John Krasinski, in the Fantastic Four suit, and it's like, imagine.
And low-key, that was a really well-kept secret. No one knew.
I never heard even a whisper that was a thing, but oh my god, we got it.
Shout out John Krasinski. What did you think about the costume, Brandon?
It looked pretty good. We were kind of talking about it a little bit afterwards. I was like, it could have been more original, but given that it is a variant, I can see why they made it that way. But now they have more freedom to make it a little more comic accurate. It was still a cool suit, though. It was still a cool ass Fantastic Four suit. Blue and black, of course.
We just want to say pay due respects to Ian Graffard, of course, our OG Mr. Fantastic. He is officially replaced. It's been a while, but
these Fantastic Four suits is probably peak.
What?
Or peak.
Peak Fantastic Four? You really think those?
I like these ones. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean
they're very modern.
I mean, even in the comics, they the Fantastic Four suits aren't really supposed to go
they're just basic ass blue.
Yeah, they're just supposed to know 4.
Yeah, it's just.
I liked more of the because that was a really dark navy. I like the more of the blue pop out that John Krasinski's costume had. Miles Teller, we're not even gonna mention that he was Mr. Fantastic. We're gonna scratch that Fantastic Four movie out of the books. Please don't ever watch that movie. It's the shit. Probably just as shit as Morbius.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Now you're crossing a line.
But how would you have felt if he was actually a cameo in there instead of John Krasinski?
That would have been cooler, is what I'm saying. They could have. I feel like John Krasinski's debut should have been saved for the actual Fantastic Four, and then for the Illuminati, obviously being that it's older characters returning, it would have made sense to have him. But whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe they wanted to do that, and maybe complications with this guy in real life.
Yeah, I mean, I think we kind of looked up research about him, saying that he has a show going on or something like that.
Yeah, so maybe they couldn't work it out, but
that definitely would have been cool. But I'm glad that we have John.
At least they confirmed that we got a Fantastic Four in the MCU.
Yeah,
the point.
Of course, the movie is coming out.
Right.
But we don't. I don't know if they have a date for it or whatever. But we know that it's coming out very soon, and hopefully, this will be the John Krasinski Mr. Fantastic that we get in our 616 universe. Also, the way that the fan casting is going. Of course, in my opinion, do you think anyone could really be casted as a thing?
Anyone? Honestly, I think so.
Anyone could be. Who do you think would be a good the thing?
I don't even know, to be honest. I couldn't tell you that.
I think again, anyone could.
I can't fan cast. But anyone.
Would you love John Krasinski's wife? What's her name again? The great. I'm really gonna get shit for this. His spouse. Please tell me the spouse. I literally Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt.
How would you feel her playing Sue Storm?
She could play. That's always been the fan cast.
That's
think it's either
John Krasinski and Emily Blunt.
Her, or even I think people say Blake Lively as a.
I think it'd be kind of cool to have a husband and wife.
That's what I'm saying. That makes more sense.
And then Johnny Storm. I've seen a few fan casts. The dude from what was it? I've seen one fan cast of Zac Efron. And then I've seen another fan cast of the dude from Stranger Things, the one that plays Billy. The older brother of the ginger of Max, the older brother of Max.
He was the Red Ranger, Power Ranger. Shout out.
He was the Red Power Ranger.
He was the Red Power Ranger in the live action.
I haven't seen the live action Power Ranger movie.
Dude, that movie is one of my favorite movies ever. It's so good.
Yeah.
No one else would say that, but it is.
There's a whole bunch of fan casts there, and then of course the not as big as a shock of John Krasinski, but more of everyone loved, of course, that they get to have him back. That Sir Patrick Stewart finally made his day in the MCU as Professor X in the original comic wheelchair, and not even a wheelchair. What do you call it? Like
a hover,
the
chair.
hover type thing. But like
chair.
They comic accurate the fuck out of this, which kind of fucking, in my opinion, kind of fucking sucks that we can't really do it in our universe because it's supposed to be more modern like, and they try to mix it in to make it seem like it's like right in the middle of modern and comic, but in this they went full comic, you know?
Yeah. That's what I do like, is that they were like, we can't get away with it in our universe, so we'll, in this alternate universe, we can get away with giving them the comic accuracy.
Get away with anything in any other universe, basically.
Yeah, so I don't mind it.
I'm so happy to see Patrick Stewart back, which kind of confirms of like you know, the Fantastic Four and the mutants and I guess the somewhat of the Inhumans finally gonna be in our universe sometime very, very soon.
Yeah.
That was a good I think it was a perfectly well done introduction to do it. And of course they're I guess before I get more even into the movie, I would actually like to say for the rest of the duration of the movie, those are the only cameos that we get throughout the whole time. I actually, of course, like I said, we didn't get Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. A lot of people said that he was going to make an appearance again. Thank God, because I did not want him to die. I told Brandon that if he died in the movie, I was going to throw the fucking like water bottle at...
And they're big-ass water bottles.
No, they're fucking huge as water.
Somebody would have been hurt.
Yes.
I know that I referenced Spider-Man.
Uh-huh.
He literally said, Doctor Strange literally at one point said Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, in the beginning, we were talking about, to America Chavez saying, like, oh, we just had a multiverse type thing to where they didn't forget the event of Spider-Man. They know that everything that happened with Spider-Man, but they just don't know.
Obviously, they don't know who
Spider-Man is, which is still, like, a foggy concept. Again, later on the road, we'll hopefully see, like, how they'll tie that in later on. But at least everyone knows Spider-Man exists, right? So that's the main part.
Yeah, at least they remember. At least he's still around.
I know that there was... I had told you that how awesome would it have been if Chris Evans came back as Johnny Storm. Remember how I told you that? Like how I said...
that would have been cool. Thinking about it now, though, it's kind of like... I don't know how they would have brought in all these characters.
I feel like if there was like a big multiverse battle towards the end against Wanda, you know?
That would have made sense. Or maybe if like if the movie was like 4 hours long... I'm sure America and Doctor Strange would have like explored the different universes that they went to, and that's when they would have collected everybody. But that's the only time I could have seen it.
Now seeing it now, like what if like America like kind of like lost control of like the power and like just kept on like opening multiverse type things. One thing I actually want to say about her opening multiverse is I like how every time she opened up something, it was in the starship.
That was cool.
So like the way
when she punched it, because she punched the glass at one point.
She did punch the glass. Again, it took her a while to figure out the power, but I mean, she got it down at the end.
I really like that.
I was saying that what if like Doctor Strange was looking like beat down, and then someone walked through like a multiverse portal, and he's like, Cap. And he's like,
I remember you talking
flame
about
on. And then, bro, how lit would that shit be if Chris Evans said flame on and he went full Human Torch mode? That would have been nuts. Crazy.
I know Doctor Strange would have been like...
He's like, what the fuck?
Like, what the fuck? When did you learn to do that? But
no extra Spider-Mans, of course.
Those are the only cameos that we got.
No Hugh Jackman. I know a lot of people said they really wanted Hugh Jackman to make an appearance. I didn't want it? You say leave Hugh Jackman dead?
Leave Hugh Jackman.
Logan
was like the perfect send-off.
Yeah. Honestly, like reviving people would really do a
Deadpool
really
was the one that everyone thought
everyone
was gonna be in there
because they kept on making speculations and like the movies like that looks like Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds was like that's definitely not me. That's
like I don't know what you're... No.
I think out of everyone, like every single actor, I don't think I can trust any actor for saying I'm not going to be in a movie except for Ryan Reynolds. I feel like Ryan Reynolds is super true. Like
it's just funny because he's such a like a funny, sarcastic guy. Like you'll never believe him. If he said that, so it's.
What else did people really want to say? No Ghost Rider. No like big fight of like bringing in Street Fighters and like Daredevil and all that into here. There was another one that people really wanted. I really forgot what it was. I was literally just thinking about it. Wolverine, the Human Torch, fuck.
Blade?
No, not even that, because those are people that are getting introduced. I'm talking about like people that like cameos from the past.
No.
That really would have made a big like appearance in this movie. But I really can't think of... Oh, Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider or something like that.
Okay.
No.
I think people wanted Magneto to make an appearance.
Some X-Men people probably should have really made an appearance. That would have been lit. But yeah, I really can't think of anyone else.
Like, it would have been cool to see Charles, like, have some kind of flashback, and it's just X-Men, you know what I mean? That would have been dope, but we didn't get it.
We didn't get
Tough.
it. We didn't, and no, we didn't get a lot of cameos, especially for cameos that people thought that were going to happen. Definitely just did not happen.
Yeah, and anyways,
so I at this point, please, like, I mean, of course, I should have said
with those cameos that we got, they also didn't last a very long time.
Yeah, they didn't last very long. Too. We finally get to where Wanda finds the a tomb, or she what it believes is a tomb. It's a fucking, I guess, like another sanctum for the Scarlet Witch to be there.
Temple.
And that's whenever I got the jump scare. There's like a little part where like this big ass fucking
the monster,
the oafs.
You jumped at that?
Yeah, I was like, oh shit! Like literally because Wong turned around while they were trying to find this whole big tower or whatever, and he was like Wanda, like chill, and Wanda just flicked his ass off the fucking cliff. I was like, no way they killed off Wong like that.
That's where I thought he died.
No, but of course Wong didn't die. Wong did not die.
Wong can't die, honestly. I don't think he can.
I don't think he's Wong, bro.
He's Wong.
And of course she starts doing the. Oh no, this is like way before, right? No, yeah, she does the.
Because she takes over her body in that universe.
The body in that universe, and starts controlling another Wanda that actually we see that. Even though it's a figment of her imagination, she finds out that her kids actually exist in another universe and wants to...
I think she said, like, literally every other universe except hers. Her kids
has kids?
Her kids exist, yeah. She has kids.
That was nuts.
Tough.
But as she's, like, you know, she starts controlling the other Wanda, she goes and starts to wreak havoc, breaks into the Illuminati sanctum. I'm just going to say sanctum for a lot of the buildings that is in here. Before that, we talk about how Doctor Strange in that universe actually wasn't the one that... Or did he defeat Thanos? In that universe?
I think all the Illuminati did, but they said they needed to put it on one person. Like, they said people needed one hero.
But why did... That's where the part that I guess I kind of phased out and not paying attention. What did Doctor Strange do to where they had to kill him?
Oh, because he used the dark magic.
To try and defeat Thanos?
And then he defeated Thanos, and they were like, well, we don't want to... That's why he had Black Bolt kill him. Mm-hmm. Was because obviously he knew he was going to turn evil. So that was a good Doctor Strange. Then they were like, so he made the sacrifice, so we said he was just like, I'm ready. Said he was the hero.
And then God, like that, I'm sorry. From freaking Black Bolt was... Bro, that was powerful, bro. Dude, and then we see the pain. We see a pain in Black Bolt's eyes. That was really sad. Like everyone, like did not want that to happen. But
I did not. I thought Charles could have easily like just like killed him. But why?
But like, just
why'd they have to do Black Bolt like
no,
that?
Like bro, like they had Black Bolt do that.
That's like probably the
overkill
out of all of them that were there. That's like the most torturous way to die. Like anyone else could have like just killed Doctor Strange like right, especially because he was sacrificing himself, so he wasn't gonna fight back. But like Black Bolt to just like why that way out of all of them?
So nuts.
It just doesn't. Doctor Strange is hardcore, man.
Now we get to the gruesome part of the movie.
Wanda fucking up the Illuminati.
Wanda,
to put it bluntly,
destroys literally the Illuminati.
That's what I'm saying. They come in, they're introduced. We're like, damn, look at this stacked team.
It was a whack lineup. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they honestly didn't seem like they had any kind of skill set together. Like, that's not a team. That's just individuals. Individual
people just, like, being like, oh, just, like, it's just like a court. Like, there's a Supreme Court.
Literally just, judges, yeah.
But, whenever they get there, of course, they're like, we see, Peggy flying on a jetpack. Of course, Captain Marvel flies in. We see Black Bolt come out. And then, we see a little bit of stretchiness from Reed Richards. And I was like, oh, man, do I finally get to see, like a battle of Reed Richards? Okay, all right, Here we go. First off, Black Bolt. They literally say Black Bolt can whisper at you and you could just, like, basically, like, decimate and you're done.
Any word from Black Bolt's mouth and you're dead.
And she's like, what mouth?
What mouth?
And we see Black Bolt take in an inhale, about to, like, say something. and then the mouth just completely disappears. And he's like, he couldn't hold the voice in anymore to the point where the voice blew up in his mouth and his head blew up.
Yes. Oh,
bro,
God.
that freaked me out. I was like, oh. I was like, what?
That's when he knew that.
I was like, how is this movie not rated R?
Nah.
And then
They could have easily blown up his head, but.
had a little video disconnection right there, but you know, we're back with the audio.
We're back.
Where was I? Was I talking about all them? Oh yeah, literally, Black
Bolt's
Bolt's
dying,
dead.
basically.
The way that they did Reed Richards was really bad. She even said, like, she was like, think about the kids, thinking about like my kids. She was like, is their mother alive? She's like, yes. Then at least they'll have someone. And
that was tough.
Stretch it. I didn't think they were gonna kill like John Krasinski. I was like, bruh,
string cheese them immediately.
I'm talking about like thin string cheese all the way to the point where his head fucking pops, and you just see his whole body splattered on the floor. So sad, bro.
It was so tough. Didn't last.
Then of course, Peggy Carter's putting up a good fight, but then she gets fucking Darth Mauled by her own shield. That was, oh my god, that was gruesome.
That was crazy as hell, bro.
She does say I could do this all day line.
She said it and then dies.
And then
so
fucking dies. So it doesn't portray it.
It doesn't matter.
It's bad luck now.
Yeah, Captain Marvel is the only one that put up any kind of fight.
Yeah, a good little fight. But of course the big statue just fucking fell on her. You know what? I actually just remembered the other cameo that people thought was gonna happen. Tom Cruise did not come back as Tony Stark.
Iron Man, that's right.
That's what it was.
That's right. Everyone wanted Iron Man back.
Yeah, for like a split
too
second.
Soon.
I mean, but also, it doesn't really make sense of like the Ultron type thing. Where does that come from then? Like, did Reed Richards make it then?
Well, maybe Iron Man existed in that universe. He just wasn't a part of the Illuminati. Like, maybe he just didn't last. Maybe he died at Thanos. Still.
Cool, I guess. Whatever. We kind of see that, like, I guess if Wanda's in a different body for like way too long, does the body start to? She can only be there for a certain amount of time.
That's what I thought they said, was that like that shit wasn't permanent, but she was using it.
No, did you know? Did you notice whenever like she was? Of course, America Chavez got out. They were running away, but did you slowly notice that like the function of that Wanda's body was slowly like starting to like not to move that much? I think that was by like over time. That was like, oh, the time's almost up. They just need a distraction until the body's just used up. I like that, of course, for a bit, and then I like how they think that they're safe, but then Wanda comes in,
comes right back,
comes right back, uses the power of America to open a portal to send her back to their Wanda, and then she just lets go. And I was like, she could have done that the whole time. Like, I was like, do you really need to take the power out, or can you just teleport yourself to go with your kids?
Basically, yeah.
Like, I'm like, okay, like there was like, I think that was the only plot hole that I was thinking of throughout that movie, but
fair enough.
What part are we at now?
That, right before that is when Charles Xavier comes in.
Sir Patrick Stewart dies too.
Sir Patrick Stewart does die. Gets his shit snapped.
In mine, which basically means that like I think his brain just fucked up and just fucking died.
She literally snapped, but like the way she came out of that cloud though, she looked like a nightmare.
Pause it real quick. Little audio cut again there.
Another
too.
little audio cut.
I have a job besides this, you know. Gotta stay up. Big things
take
coming.
the phone calls. Facts.
But I mean, that was really really sad that you just got to see like some of these good characters just die like out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. But of course, we get to the part where we see that Wong's not dead. Of course, he's climbing up the mountain, and Strange and what was it? Strange and Christine need to go to like another universe where they do end up in another universe, to where they end up like in this dark fucked up universe, in which we think that's the one that we see from the What If episode, but it's not. It's a different one that's already just corrupt the same way as the other What If. It's basically a little bit of a lazy writing, but this guy had the third eye, and which is supposed to be the original eye of, or I think it's supposed to be a replication of the Eye Agamotto. And in the comics, Strange has it. We just don't really see him use it that much, but now we see him use it like a bit. he's the holder of the dark oath. They have a pretty. I thought it was pretty cool like music fight that they had. I thought they would have switched up the magic a bit, cool. But like they were just music fighting throughout the whole fucking time.
I thought they were gonna play some magical number, like maybe the Doctor Strange theme. I don't know. I thought they were gonna do something cool with that, but
and of course
it was cool.
It was a big little music pop that whenever that evil Strange jumped out and got himself penetrated like bad.
Fell right on a gate.
Dude, what the fuck? No, well, the funny thing was is how she like Christine was like she thought that was the Strange she was like, with.
Strange?
And then the eye just opens up.
So he's still alive.
No, he's dead. Definitely dead.
Oh, okay.
This is whenever you know that Christine finally found out that that every single Strange is basically the same, saying that like, oh, like you're gonna use the dark oath. Like, why? I was like, don't worry, like trust me, I can do this. Like,
has to do it.
You have to. There's no other way. Of course, every single Strange is the way because they kind of like he basically they was basically saying that like Strange is like the smartest. Like he's smart. Like he knows what he's doing. Like literally like if there was any other option, of course he would. But this is the only way. Mm-hmm. Shout out the one from Endgame. It's the only way. Just one. No, it was more of a shake in the hand.
I got the hand.
And then he's like, well, what Strange is in your universe? Like you can't possess anyone that's alive. He's like, who said that they had to be alive? And of course they get the Sorcerer Supreme Strange that ended up in that universe, and he goes zombie mode. Zombie Strange came out, and then of course we see the dead of the damned, right, come out and like try and take like, oh Strange, you shouldn't be doing this, and starts doing all this other bull crap, and Christine helps fight them off whenever he comes into that universe by using I guess what is it, like it's a big
that cauldron thing
with fire, like that was a badass thing that she used. And then of course I like how she's like talking to him saying like you're the master of the mystic arts, like all the hyping him up, and Strange is like the zombie Strange starts controlling all the fucking souls of the dams and making it into a big ass fucking cape and just starts flying. That shit was lit.
That shit was so cool.
I was like, what the? I even looked at him. I was like, Brandon, this is so metal.
Dude, it was pretty metal.
Finally going over there and taking out the big oafs. Really fucking
Merc
easily.
The oafs, yeah.
Merking oafs super easy.
Well, Wong did that.
Wong did one of them, and in the movie it kind of seemed that not in the movie. In the trailer it kind of seemed that Wong was saying that like Strange.
That's why I thought he was gonna die.
But then Wong was like Strange, yeah, like what the fuck,
bruh.
Comes in, basically like he wrecks Wanda's shit, right?
I think for a hot second, yeah.
Wrecks Wanda's shit for like a hot second, and then releases.
He gets America free.
I forgot how how that went down. Like he just fucking like blows Wanda off.
He blows Wanda, and then her and then him and Wong are like trapping her in that thing. Oh, he gets the ghouls. That's what the things that were in his cape. And then start attacking her, and then he traps her in like.
And then he's saying that like oh you can do this. You've always been able to do this. You gotta like beat her or whatever. And that's when, of course, we've seen this in multiple movies before. They're like, you know what? I do got this, and start using the real power of
America Chavez.
Yeah, what is it called? Like what would you call that power? The fucking
star. I'm gonna call it
star power.
I'm gonna call it star power because that's what it was.
Starts doing straight up fucking star power out of nowhere, and then of course, it works for like a bit, but then America Chavez shows the universe of where the children are, and the other WandaVision is, and she says that like, oh, like I'm not a monster, I'm your mom.
Mom.
But of course she's scaring them, saying like, oh my god, like she's starting to finally see like the ways of like how she's like.
That was pretty cool because like America basically gives her what she wants. Like she wants her kids, and I think at an earlier point in the movie too, I think when she first invades Comertage, Doctor Strange is like, do you think your kids would even like love you, like this evil version of you?
I'm not a monster, I'm your mother.
Yeah, and she kind of brushes it off, but then this time, she actually gets put in that situation where she sees her kids, but her kids are afraid of her because they just see their mom as evil, and so that's a touching moment right there.
Moms are monsters. I'm kidding. I love my mom.
Damn. Damn.
My mom starts performing sorcery on me.
You didn't need. I know you're. Dead. We love you, moms.
I love moms.
By the way.
But that was a very, very touchy moment to the point where Wanda finally realized that, like, man, I'm doing wrong, and America finally gets the use of her powers and takes Wand out of there, and they talk to Strange, being like, what she says something to him, like, finally, like, seeing, like, I don't know, something like,
she's like, maybe you are different. Wait, America?
No, Wanda, like right whenever zombie Strange is still there, and like just tearing it down or whatever, and
yeah, I don't remember.
But that was a very mature thing to where, honestly, I believe that Wanda is officially dead.
Yeah, she like collapsed that temple in on herself because she felt really bad.
And by doing so, destroyed all the other. Like, she didn't just take out that one; she took out every single dark oath in every single universe.
In every universe, that's crazy. So that means no more evil, I guess, ever again. But Cap.
Yeah, she was the real savior of the movie, right?
Basically.
Hell no.
Basically.
I really wish they do bring back Elizabeth Olsen. It's very unclear if they will, but as of right now, it really does look like Wanda is dead. I mean, the only way that they would actually do it is if maybe if they make another WandaVision show.
Maybe.
Which, I mean, I don't know.
Or if they go to a multiverse again and maybe we get the mutant version of Wanda back.
Probably could. Maybe in another evil version where it just goes crazy again, but maybe not as crazy as we got it this time. Yeah. But again, shout out to Elizabeth Olsen. She really stole the show. I really loved it.
Really, honestly stole that movie, to be quite honest.
Perfect Scarlet Witch. Thank you finally for getting it right. Comic accurate. And then we finally get to, like, the normal sense where, you know, Doctor Strange is talking to Christine and saying, like, I really wish I could show you, like, everything. Like, you'd be perfect. I'm sorry, like, that is all this stuff. But then they go back and they go back to Comertosh, and everyone's there, and
they're basically rebuilding.
See America Chavez trying to learn the sling ring. She's like, this is way harder than multiverse traveling. So
seems like she's gonna become a wizard.
Or you know, maybe she's just doing it for fun, and maybe she like can control more of her multiverse powers, her star power now, and
maybe she'll combine them somehow.
So it was a nice little. I don't know. I didn't really feel that much of a big duo dynamic between Doctor Strange and America Chavez in this movie.
That's why I'm saying, like, it feels weird. Like, that's why I said at the beginning, like, I'd rather, since she's also younger. It's like I'd rather see her with the Young Avengers, but I think it's weird that they set that dynamic up to where he's gonna be like her mentor, kind of like what they did with Tony and
Spider-Man.
And Spider-Man. Now it's gonna be her, and then at first I think people were thinking, oh, well, now Doctor Strange is just going to replace Tony to Spider-Man, but obviously, last movie, Spider-Man matured, so it's like, okay...
Spider-Man's a grown-ass man now.
So then who is Doctor Strange going to mentor? Well, it seems like it's going to be America Chavez, but I don't know, it's a little weird. Maybe it won't be America. Maybe Ned will come back.
And start doing... Oh, my God. Ned becomes a part of the...
He did it.
You threw me off. You threw me so off guard right there. What the fuck? Ned, Sorcerer Supreme.
Sorcerer Supreme Ned.
But, I really thought that was going to be a moment where Wong would have given...
Strange. I thought he was going to pass it on.
But, I guess we got to wait. And
because he asked it, because Doctor Strange asked him, he's like, are you happy? And Wong was like, chilling. Basically.
And then, of course, we just see the last bits of the movie is literally Strange wearing normal-ass clothes. And we see he's just walking around New York. He's happy as day. And the movie fucking ends with him yelling in the middle of the street and Strange gaining the third eye of Agamotto.
Back, yeah.
And then it just ends. And it's basically just like the cliff, like basically a good cliffhanger. But, yeah, and then we get another post-credit scene of another Strange. Like, I think it's of course it's our Strange. But then I was just like, didn't he just yell in the middle of the fucking street? Like, literally, and then
yeah, but now he's walking around all fine.
A portal opens up. I guess he was able to control it, like, out of nowhere. A portal opens up.
And there's a woman.
And it's a very familiar portal.
The color scheme in the port that you can see through the portal. The color scheme looks exactly like the Dark Dimension.
Where Dormammu
resides.
and we have a very special character come out. She's actually a very well-renowned actor as well. I just need to look up the. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I need to type end credit. Mystery girl.
Look up mid credit. Oh, okay.
Who is the girl? It's Charlize Theron. Of course, that's her.
Charlize Theron. That's right.
And she is playing the character. Fucking hell. Clea, and I actually did some research on it. Clea is actually the daughter of Dormammu, which later on becomes
that makes sense.
I guess the like Doctor Strange's like wife.
Okay.
So hell yeah. We definitely will finally get someone that's on par with Doctor Strange. Maybe Doctor Strange will finally get the love that he's been waiting for.
Which I don't think is possible.
But what do you think this is going to partake? I mean, it definitely says Doctor Strange will return, so will we be getting another Doctor Strange movie, or do you think Dormammu will become something really, really big later on?
Nah, I think Dormammu is going to be something he'll probably take on in his third movie. It's going to be his third movie villain. And then I think... obviously, Doctor Strange is going to be in a couple more movies, probably before his third movie to help them Avengers take on whatever kind of threats, but...
King.
I don't think Dormammu is going to be that big in terms of the rest of the MCU. I don't know. It could be wrong.
But yeah.
Been pretty surprised.
That was our take on, we just talked geek for a sec on Doctor Strange. Mom. Shout out, Mom.
Doctor Strange Wanda.
Doctor Strange Wanda. Doctor Strange. But is Brandon, do you think, is this the end of the multiverse? Definitely not. Do you believe that? Do you think that America Chavez,
especially that they just brought in a character who can literally multiverse hop? No.
So they're basically going to come in all over the place. We still definitely will probably see more multiverse. So hopefully of Spider-Man very soon again.
Yeah, I just can't wait to see Jaden Smith come in.
It's going to happen, guys. Jaden Smith is going to be our Miles Morales.
Our theory is right, and you heard it here first on Geekified.
Do you think we'll see Mordo again? Our Mordo?
I'm still waiting for him to come back. Maybe he'll come back, and maybe he's been working with Dormammu.
Ooh, they did that. They did that in the Lego Marvel Superheroes game, actually.
Yeah. That's probably what'll happen, and then maybe it'll be like Clea and Doctor Strange versus them two. Clea has to fight Dormammu, and then Doctor Strange has to come back to fight Mordo. I already just planned out Doctor Strange 3. We already.
And Brandon's gonna be the next director for it, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Honestly, just
like Sam Raimi, just let him do it, bro. Come on now.
That's what I'm saying.
Great ride. Again, it was pretty overhyped for what we got, but what we got, I liked. I wish we had a little bit more.
I don't want to say overhyped anymore because I mean it was still a very good movie. I think it was just it had high expectations.
People were going way over the top, and I was telling Brandon as well that like if there was any movie to where they really wanted to go crazy, I think this would have been the one. Should have been the one to do it. In my mind, I really can't think of another event besides another Avengers movie where they could really pop out and bring a whole bunch of group of characters, or even maybe more of a cosmic type movie where like they go in like space and time and all this shit like that. Of course, we noticed that like we didn't get any time involved in this, so I thought Loki was supposed to make an appearance in this movie. I thought I had heard that Tom Hiddleston was supposed to be in here. I guess not.
I remember he said he hasn't done stuff for a while. He said he wasn't in this one. He said he hasn't. He swears he's not in Thor.
Maybe another.
But then again, that Loki is technically dead. Like the Loki that we've got the show based off of is like a variant Loki, anyways. So like. Who knows what the fuck is going on with the TVA,
Who knows what's going on. I want to know how, again, I guess, like, multiverse will connect to, I guess, whatever the 10 rings of Shang-Chi will portray. And
still waiting on that.
We're still waiting on that. Still waiting on more time
There's
shit.
So much that they need to bring together.
It's expanding more rather than coming together, you know?
It's all just going this way. And it needs to, like, okay, you started off good, but, like,
come on now.
Come back, but they're just...
But I still have faith in the MCU that they definitely do know what they're doing. I love the movie. Solid 8 out of 10.
I'd give it a 9 out of 10.
I do. I think that first Doctor Strange is better though. Still, even like putting
a classic.
Still a classic again. Still trippy. Still love the trip of what they do with magic. Of course, they can only do that with Doctor Strange. shout out Benedict Cumberbatch. You've done it again. And I really, really hope to see you acting very, very again soon, very, very, very soon again, in some, maybe even a show or a cameo or something like that. I mean, Benedict Cumberbatch is pretty dope.
He's killing it.
And then we'll just have to wait for America Chavez to see what she happens next with her. Sam Raimi, make Spider-Man 4, please.
Direct Amazing Spider-Man 3. That's all you need. If he directs it, that's going to be the redemption that Andrew Garfield needs. But we'll discuss that in a different episode.
But, that's been us. Make sure to follow us on YouTube at Let's Talk Geek for a sec. And make sure to listen to us on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. Hit us up in our DMs on Instagram at Let's Talk Geek Pod. We are developing some new stuff. Of course, every single week we come up with new ideas. We hope that the edit for this video you guys really, really liked in the beginning. We
like that one.
Put some, thought. We got some big brain ideas that we have. And, more stuff is coming. Like I said, it's officially summer. And, now that I'm, me and Brandon and I have more time to actually collab together and do more work to actually give y'all great and amazing content coming very, very, very soon. We have a vision. We're going for the vision. Bring us vision, MCU. Don't care.
We don't need them.
But we hope that you that we opened your
616.
616. It is 616 right now. We hope you opened your third eye. And also, since this video will definitely release on, not even the video, just the audio in general too, will release on this Sunday, which is Mother's Day, and we want to say
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
People go love your mother. Go love your celebrate mother. Go with your mother.
Go give them a gift. Go give them a big hug. Just enjoy the day with them. And you know what? If you have some time, show your moms our podcast. Show them what you guys do on the free time whenever you guys are out there. So maybe your moms can become geeks like you.
Hopefully.
And like us.
You can turn your mom to a geek. You can get her geekified.
Very, very geekified. We just geekified this episode too. But as always, I've been Nene.
I've been Brandon.
And we'll talk geek for a sec with y'all later. Hope y'all enjoy whatever multiverse you guys go into. A multiverse where we're famous. No, I'm kidding. We're already famous. We're already famous! Y'all have a nice day.
100 followers.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just want to make a quick announcement. By the time you see this video, this will actually be the last time that we will be using the stew. Mm-hmm. This is our startup. This is our place. As you can see from the first video and multiple videos, we've really built this place to make it really our little geek temple and just
geek haven.
Yeah, man, we're glad that we got to live this place, but of course, this isn't a place that I paid for it, but of course it belongs to the school. We will be using a new studio for the meantime, coming very, very soon. It won't be as geeked out as this will be, but we're hoping that later on, Brandon and I will definitely get a place to where we can set up and continue to do this whole thing and just deck it up to make it ours. But I guess I kind of wanted to say that, we've come a pretty far way already, wouldn't you say, Brandon, from when we started back in January, and now we're just kind of glad that we just keep on having fun in what we're doing. Big things are coming, and we're going to keep on providing for the community as much as possible. So to everyone that has stayed out there with us, you geeks, thank y'all so much for still being here and to continue us on this new journey. We'll keep on giving you live updates of exactly what is going on and what we will be talking about later on throughout the weeks. But we want to say thank you so much, and we will see y'all geeks very, very soon. Peace, love, and positivity. See y'all geeks later.
Alright, here comes Nene. Oh my god. Yo.
No, wait, no.
God.
Fuck these fucking pillows, bro.
Mind the cushions. He's moving. He's moving out.
Get this shit right.
God damn.